So hi guys, as kama kawaida, my God, I've said this hi guys so many times today. But okay, my name is McKenna and this is Glow Up with McKenna, and tonight, actually it's 12:09 in the AM. I'm chilling with the winners and champions, and I have an amazing guy with me hapa. Kuna kitu amevaa kwa kichwa, but atueleza kwa nini hiyo ni dini gani. So wadau, and then he has an award as well. He won himself an amazing award. So atueleza ni award gani, category gani, and which story maybe won him that award. So introduce yourself.
So my name is Moses Wakesi. I'm a sports journalist at Standard Media Group, KTN to be specific. I should also add I'm a multiple award winner because I think I've been able to scoop a number of awards in the last 4, 5, 6 years. And I'm delighted. This time out, 2023, it's all about the doping demons. I did a story that highlighted the menace that we have in the country when we talk about doping and what our athletes are doing, what some agents, rogue agents are doing, what just the different stakeholders are doing to fight the vice, but also at the same time to just sensitize, because it is a global problem. Doping has become a very big headache, not just in the country, but also in the world. So it was a story that was highlighting what exactly is happening in Kenya. Had a conversation with some people who were caught doping. Had a conversation with some doctors and different stakeholders. And yeah, the story is amazing. I think it will also win some international awards.
Amen.
So we start here, and we are optimistic that we'll be able to move forward.
So how do you convince somebody who is guilty to come on a public platform and talk about their guilt? Let me call it like that.
I think we've been taught this craft for years now, and we've been able to practice it for a number of years. For me, this is my 9th year, going to my 10th year in the sports industry. So it's very easy actually to, if you have your sources right, if you've been able to do your assignments right and you have your fixes right, any story can be told. And some of the stories can be told on cameras, some of the stories will be off camera, but for me at least, I was able to convince a number of them, and they were able to speak on camera. It's not like they were happy because of what happened. They all regret what happened. Others say they were fixed. Others admit that they did it and they now regret. So it's a difficult and easy conversation, you should say, but a win-win to have such people come forth and speak. And while at it, they'll also be able to educate. And I think in fighting this vice, it's also very important actually to have people who have been found culpable, they have served their bans, and now they have a story to tell. Yeah.
And I love how you're changing hii game ya sports journalism, because most of us just think sports journalism ni kuenda tu kompira, kucommentate, you know, but you're also making sports journalism so serious hadi inafanywa investigative, you know. Did you come up with that? What inspired you to do investigative sports journalism?
I think we have a lot of stories that needs to be told. So from where I sit and also in the media house, it's very easy for us to decide that this story is worth telling. I know we have not been able to tell all the stories that needs to be told, but when we sit in the editorial meetings and decide that there is a story here that needs to be told, and it needs to be given a special focus in a certain way, then those stories need to be told. So for us, it was one of the biggest stories that we said in 2022 coming to 2023. This is a big vice, and it's a story that needs to go out to the public. So it was an easy decision actually to come up and agree that the story was worth moving forward. And after that is where we were able actually to do this piece.
And do you think the country appreciates or supports our sports and athletes, let me call them athletes, in general, rugby, nini kukimbia? Because we see somebody like Kipchoge, ataenda akimbia, and then when he comes back, ni kama kawaida tu, but we see people are being celebrated worldwide and they're Kenyans, but sisi wa Kenya and the government itself, ni kama hatuwapay enough, you know. Do you think pay enough? And if not, what will you suggest to the government and maybe anyone who's in power and is going to come across this?
I think more needs to be done, and a lot needs to be done. It starts with the different funds. It starts with the different people in the country, literally everybody. Because when we think of even, let's say, facilities, you're talking about athletics. The kind of facilities that we have in the country, they are in a deplorable kind of state. A lot of these athletes train individually. When they win is when we celebrate them as a country, but we don't appreciate what they do before they win. So these people go out maybe in a marathon, they do some spectacular work, they win. After winning, we'll be there, oh, he's a Kenyan, he's a Kenyan, he's a Kenyan. But we've not been able to bring to the table the challenges that these athletes are going through. The lack of facilities. For instance, Camarines Stadium has been closed for I don't know how many years. A number of these athletes cry. I remember in 2021, one of the stories that I won was highlighting the plight of athletes. I did a story which gave me the title in 2021 about racing to death. And the athletes were narrating how they train, they get accidents, a number of them, they get attacks and all that. So I think as a country, more needs to be done. As a country, more can be done. But I thank God that the Cabinet Secretary currently, Babu Namwamba, is understanding the craft, and there is a lot of goodwill, a lot of promise, and a lot also of excitement and expectation from him. So we hope that maybe going to the next few months, moving to next year, then things will be, and maybe things might be better.
So what's your favorite sport, you as a sports journalist?
I have a number. I was a captain of lawn tennis while I was playing in Daystar in campus. I've played rugby, I've played football, I play chess right now, so I also play football. So when we talk about favorite, it's a hard.
Not any favorite. Yeah. All right, just please forgive my ignorance.
So this is an official Qatari wear. I was in the World Cup 2022 in Qatar, and I decided to go their traditional way. So this is a Qatari wear. It's a full.
It's an outfit.
Yes.
Show the outfit. Oh my God.
It's a full Qatari wear.
After the awards, to awards after awards after awards. It's okay, sweetheart. I got you. Able to pick Tonisha Luku. Yes. Let's do this. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a full Qatari wear.
So it's Qatar inspired outfit.
Yes, it's
nothing too serious.
Nothing too serious. Actually, it's their official and also their traditional wear. So when you go to Qatar, I think a number of people will be able to sample, and you can see it's a little different. Their turban is a little different because you have something under. So yeah.
So tukimaliza, give us a parting shot advice to anyone who's looking up to you. Send love to your friends and family.
I think a parting shot, because I love the sports industry and I'm always in the sports industry, I'll say one man practicing sportsmanship is far much better than 50 who preach it. So even us, when we are this side, because we're always this side of the microphone, but we should always try as much as possible and hear the problems and also the good stories that come from the people that are out there practicing whatever craft they are practicing. And if we can, it's always important to hold a hand, always important to support, and with that I think we can have a very prosperous nation.
All right, thank you so much. Have a tell them subscribe to Glow Up with Makena tukimaliza. Tumemaliza actually. Glow Up with Makena.
So you can subscribe to Glow Up with Makena, and yes, finya hiyo button, subscribe.
Thank you so much guys. Have a good night.